You ask me if I know the epic of Sundjata, the great founder of the Mali Empire? You were right not to seek out any ordinary storyteller. For I am Kuyate, Riot of the royal family. Listen well, and I will tell you of this man, Sundjata. Sundjata was born to the second wife of the king of the Mandinka people. For the first several years of his life, he could not stand upright. A blacksmith made a sturdy iron rod so that the boy might prop himself up on it. But even that broke beneath him. Then Sundjata found a branch from the sacred baobab tree, and miraculously, he took his first steps. The king's first wife seethed with jealousy, however. She saw no reason for this feeble son of a second wife to take the throne over her own son. When the king died, she exiled Sundjata and his mother. They fled to faraway lands, but each kingdom feared the wrath of the Mandinka and would not take them. Only the Mema, far to the south, did not fear the Mandinka. They are a people of proud warriors, and among them, Sundjata learned how to hunt and fight. He left his disability behind and became as fierce and strong as a lion. Before long, he was ready to take back his rightful place on the throne. When he arrived, however, he found the Mandinka capital in flames.
Sundjata, you must flee the city. We will hold Sumanguru's men off as long as we can. Good luck, Sundjata. May your fate be better than ours.
We will follow you wherever you go, my prince. Should not go this way. There's a castle protecting the crossing.
Do not worry. You are not alone on your journey. Our village is on the other side of the river. When we reach it, it is yours. Sumanguru is a cruel ruler. We will help you get out of here.
We have heard of your sad story. Please let us help you as best we can. Sumanguru's scouts have an encampment south of here. We will help you destroy it. This will surely slow them down, but we should still get out of here quickly. Soon Sumanguru's men will swarm this region looking for you.
Soso warriors from the far north had overrun the capital on the river, slaughtered the new king and all of the royal family, and claimed the land of the Mandinka for their lord, Sumanguru. Sundjata barely escaped the raiding parties ravaging his homeland. As the only survivor with a claim to the Mandinka throne, Sundjata would never truly be safe. Sundjata knew that he had to bide his time and hide from the Soso spies until he was strong enough to strike back. Sumanguru was a cruel tyrant and a sorcerer in command of powerful spirits. He was said to possess a magical balafon, which would grant him victory if he played it. Whether or not Sumanguru had magical powers, he was above all an ambitious conqueror seeking to seize the lands of the old empire of Ghana, a golden kingdom of great wealth and sophistication lost to the desert. Sundjata knew that contesting such a man would be difficult. The Soso had allied with other tribes in the north, the Jollof, the Diafanu, and others who profited immensely from Soso control over the Saharan trade routes. With such powerful allies and their armies, no one dared to rise up against them. Sundjata had one advantage. He was still remembered as the crippled prince of the Mandinka. As long as this was believed, the Soso would dismiss him as inconsequential and he could build his own army. To provide proof of his miraculous transformation from crippled boy to strong prince, he took up the Berber branch from his youth and began a journey. From people to people and kingdom to kingdom, he traveled to rally support and prove that he was strong enough to retake his ancestral lands from Sumanguru.
We face many enemies here. But if we can bring our holy relic to their towns, they will surely submit to our rule. This is the cart carrying the baobab stick of our great commander. We should have units near it at all times so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
We have always been an ally of your family, and we shall honor that now as well.
We stand by you, Sundjata, but you must protect us from our enemies. Our relic cart has reached Sangaran. They have decided that they will oppose us no longer. Our relic cart has reached Niger. Now they too will submit to Mali rule. The relic cart has reached the town of Labay and they have laid down their arms. Sangaran, Labay, and Niger sent word that they shall submit to Sundjata, ruler of Mali. It seems the tide is turning in our favor.
Sangaran, Labe, Niger, Gabon, and Ouagadougou. One by one, the kingdoms of the south and east rallied to Sundjata. But for every king who supported the Mandinka prince, it seemed that Sumanguru conquered 3 others. As successful as Sundjata had been, his coalition could not hope to defeat the Soso just yet. Sundjata needed a better plan. A trader came to Sundjata from beyond the Sahara Desert. He had a deep, thick Arabic accent and told of great gold deposits in Sumanguru's lands. But Sumanguru did not permit the traders access to this gold. The tyrant gave his allies control over the gold and salt trades, leaving the merchants at their mercy. This trade was the flowing blood in the veins of these kingdoms. If the blood stops flowing, the body will wither. Sundjata thought about the merchant's words. The next day, he assembled a band of raiders. If trade was the blood of Sumanguru's empire, then Sundjata would drain it, just as one drains an animal after a hunt.
Welcome, Malian riders. Some of your comrades have already set up camp nearby. You can find them to the south.
This region has many villages loyal to Genie. Let us raid them and disturb Genie's precious trade route before we commence the attack on the city itself. Genie captured many of our villagers. If we free them, they can help us build a larger base.
The Soso and their allies want to keep me out of their trade. Not if I have anything to say about it. If you bring me 4 camels, I will tell you where they keep their stockpiles and prisoners. Inshallah. As promised, I marked the locations of interest on your map.
Peasants offer to help us. Let us bring them back to our camp.
You think your raiders can destroy the villages and get away with it? You shall feel the wrath of the mighty city of Genie!
We have sacked one of their villages. An old siege workshop. We can use it to build siege engines to tear down Genie's walls. If we destroy the Sosa towers defending these mines, the miners will produce gold for the Mali. Look at the shiny gold these miners are mining. Nowhere else in the world can you find so much of it as here. The Soso encampment up ahead has a lot of resources. We should destroy it and have our villagers collect the resources. Genie has been reduced to rubble and the Soso will no longer be able to trade here. We will see how strong Sumanguru is without his precious gold.
Sundjata raided with unbridled success. With trade diverted into Mandinka lands, allegiance to Sumanguru began to waver across his empire. Sundjata put the gold he gained to good use, assuring that his people and allies profited from the new riches. He had proven himself not only an able commander, but also an able king. With his newfound successes came greater attention though. Every city in West Africa bellowed the name of Sundjata the Lion, king of the Mandinka, the king of Mali. Sumanguru could no longer afford to ignore the once crippled prince. He assembled a vast army for war. A beast is most dangerous when cornered. Sumanguru was no different. He struck southward into the Mandinka heartland, where he had slaughtered Sundjata's family before. He was rumored to have brought his mystical balafon with him to summon victory, and griots were already singing that the war had been won by the sorcerer before it had even begun. Sundjata met him by the Niger River at a place called Kirina. A long line of Soso and Jollof warriors stood tall, banging their shields and grinning at the soldiers of Sundjata's coalition. Horses and camels brought to the field of battle kicked up enough sand to shroud the sun at noon. Sumanguru himself took to the field in the dusty twilight, and Sundjata faced him from across the hot expanse. As the armies prepared to charge, the music of a balafon began to flow through the air. The decisive moment was at hand, and all of West Africa awaited the victor.
Sumanguru has brought his Soso warriors to do battle against us. Let us teach this dog how we Mali soldiers fight. There is very little wood in this region. The only way we can get more is by transporting it over the river. But the river is guarded by the Soso towers. We should destroy all 5 of them. Excellent. All towers have been destroyed. Now all we have to do is protect the trade ships when they arrive.
Great leader, we believe we can double the load capacity of our transport ships for a small cost. Send us 2,500 food and we will make it happen. Thank you. All preparations are done and we will now get double the lumber.
Trade ships spotted to the south. We have grown tired of Sumanguru and will join your side, Almighty Sundjata, for the mere sum of 1,000 gold. Thank you for the gold. Now, if you build a castle in our town so we can defend ourselves against Sumanguru, we will honor our agreement. You have 10 minutes. We knew we could trust you, Sundjata. Our spears and swords are yours. Great Sundjata, we want to throw off the Soso yoke, but cannot do so while Sumanguru keeps my daughter hostage. Save her and we will fight for you. My precious daughter is back. You have made me a very happy man. We are with you, Sundjata.
I am very grateful that you saved me, Sundjata. In return, I want to offer you the help of my warrior sisters.
Soso have been utterly beaten and Sumanguru is on the run. We are victorious!
Armies crashed against each other. They buckled and wrenched, bristling serpents coiling and writhing amidst the clamor of weapons and the rumble of hooves. Many times, the Malian soldiers faltered, but at critical moments, Sundjata would ride across the lines to rally his men, inspiring them to push on and prevail. At long last, the Soso onslaught slowed and their resolve began to fade. Sensing that the tide had turned, Sumanguru abandoned his men and fled into the mountains. At the sight of their leader in flight, the exhausted Soso lines collapsed. The celebrations lasted for days, with the most bountiful feasts ever seen. All the kings of the coalition gathered to proclaim Sundjata their Mansa, the king of kings. Mali had become an empire, and Sundjata its emperor. Mali now dominated the land on both sides of the great Niger River. Mansa Sundjata reigned freely from the gold mines of Bambouk to the city of Gao, but more was needed to stabilize the empire. Sumanguru fled to his stronghold of Kumbi Saleh, still wreaking havoc wherever he could. As long as he lived, he would be a threat to the peace of the realm. Sundjata called upon his men once again and began a long siege of the mighty Soso capital and former seat of the Ghana Empire. Sundjata would not be denied his final victory.
Sumanguru has taken refuge in the all-Ghanaian capital of Kumbi Saleh. Let us finish this and be done with Sumanguru once and for all. Not die! Not like this! Saleh is ours, and Sumanguru's reign is over. Long live Sundjata, king of the newly founded Mali Empire.
With peace in the empire and the deaths of his family avenged, Mansa Sundjata settled well into his role as the ruler of Mali. In peace, he was as effective an emperor as he was in war, building markets, and monuments across his lands. He was a model for all emperors to follow, making his country a center of learning and culture at the edge of the Sahara. And so I remain to tell his story. Balafaseke Kouyaté is my name, his humble family historian, a griot of superb bloodline and patronage. And this is Sumanguru's balafon, which I stole before the battle at Kirina and played that day to inspire the victory of Sundjata.